Frame. I love that game.
Hey guys, Dave from Nerdarchy, for Nerds by Nerds, and today I'm hanging out with the ladies of the Nag here, and we are going to be playing some 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. So how is everyone tonight?
Good.
Woo. Having fun.
So as usual, we'll go through and you guys can introduce yourselves and your characters, and who's doing the oh my god, my brain is not working. Recap. That thing. Thank you.
That's me.
Okay, so all right, jump in there. We'll do the. You can go last, Jen, since you're doing the recap.
Sure.
So.
Right. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Absolutely.
Okay. In which case, I am author Megan R. Miller, and I will be playing Kenna Hollythorn, Halfling Bard of Valor.
Can't see where this is, so I'll go next. Hi, I'm Samantha. I'm playing Agnetha. She is a half-elf barbarian.
I'm Jean. I'm playing Kath, the tiefling paladin of the Beggar King.
And I'm Jen from Pixel Scapes. I'm playing Deneen, a wood elf rogue with a bit of cleric. And when last we met our heroes, the little boy Angus has had some odd telekinetic and other quasi-magical events in his sleep, but he seems to be getting better. Meanwhile, Deneen's husband says using the oath bow didn't hurt him, which she was worried about. Kath and Kenna discussed the monarch's notes on creating constructs from bodies, apparently, using elemental spirits. Then Bucket gave us the scoop on how the Clockwork King saved his subjects from similar evil magic. We and Harak went to look for Agnetha's kinsfolk, but they were all dead. Because mutated Meglin was there. He said he serves the hags, and he summoned fiery dwarves to try and kill us. But we persevered. Just before dying, Meglin seemed to come back to his senses, and he gave Agnetha this magical black gem. Apparently, it can unmake the hags. So Agnetha had to do some deep thinking about everything that happened. We all needed a break after this tragedy, so we tried out the big tub at the spa. Then we found out Vance, the young library elf that we got killed and or saved back in Carchapathium, is working at the spa until he can become a proper adventurer. And then we had 6 to 8 weeks of downtime.
So, speaking of said downtime, what did you guys do?
Oh, boy.
Lots of drinking, soaking, playing in the river, hunting stuff.
Well, you're finally in a river where it's safe to do such, and you're under attack. So
Yeah,
it's been 8 weeks since your last adventure before coming back and dealing with the horror show that was Meglin, and his apparent subjugation by the hags, and he did have that moment of redemption where apparently he did somehow spirit away that gem that you guys can now use to, it's not actually unmake the hags, but separate the fae that they've touched, or the mortals from the fae. So anything that they've touched, it can be separated from them and will banish them to the Feywild.
Interesting. Okay.
So I believe Kath has been working on tinkering and debauchery and bonding with the rest of the ladies.
Yes.
Kenna has been hard at work smithing poetry and songs. And I believe Deneen, has been bonding with her family and probably just low key. Is that correct?
Oh, definitely. She's been pretty busy. She's definitely spending time with her family. She's also been perfecting her honey candy recipe and training Kenna. And as part of training Kenna, she went to talk to Lala Midge, and they discovered belatedly that they had been that Deneen and Midge had been childhood friends in Ryler as little tiny kid rogues. And they didn't figure it out because, of course, Deneen keeps changing her name and how she looks. So that makes it a little difficult to recognize people.
A little bit.
And for anyone just joining us, Lalo Midge is Kenna's grandmother,
Right.
who's been traveling with the on the way halfling tribe that is settled in Gryphongaffe.
She is older than dirt, and we're all a little bit afraid of her.
Yes.
She's awesome, but scary.
So I'm going to say at this point, the bathhouse is completed.
Ooh.
All right. Oh, yeah.
So you guys are all set to have your grand opening, whatever you guys want to do. You can
It would be grand.
That sounds great.
we can go through that, or we can just say it happens. However you guys want to finagle that is completely up to you.
Now, here's the thing. If we go through that, you know that there's going to be some kind of disaster at some point that we have to deal with.
Just the fact that we built it means we're asking for the place to get burned down. So I'm fine with this.
We could totally. So hear me out with this spa. It's a little risque, but it's a little awesome. I lived in Ashland, Oregon for like a year. Okay. This was like a couple years ago. They had this awesome local spa. It was like from the earth. It was all natural, right? They had like a women's night where like only women could go, and it could be nude or not nude, right? It was really cool. So we could have like a Scarlet Sisterhood night where there's only ladies. With bards.
maybe not for the grand opening, but like that's actually a really good idea.
Once a week.
Ladies night.
For the grand opening, you want as many customers as possible to love the place.
Well,
but the Scarlet Sisterhood, isn't that also a larger organization than just us?
We could
It
do
is.
something
Well,
creative.
we got to do that also.
Oh,
We
is
gotta
it
make it
really?
creative according to the Scarlet Sisterhood. You know, it could be like the Sisterhood night or something cool like that.
Oh, yeah.
So am I like super behind the times that I'm the only person who didn't realize that the Scarlet Sisterhood was more than just us?
Deneen doesn't know that either.
Oh, okay.
Well, all right, Kenna will tell you the tale.
Okay.
And sing a song about this one point in time where the men of the Nag got snared by some like siren song type creature, and it was like all of their wives and sisters and daughters that had to like take up arms and like go slay the thing and get them back. And at the end of that particular clash, they were all covered in blood, and that is why they call it the Scarlet Sisterhood.
Oh, interesting.
Only the women could defeat this creature because she would seduce men and the men would fall weak to her crazy willpower ishness. I don't know what you call it.
See, I just assumed it was a reference to, I mean, you know, Gryphongaffe, blood cults. Never mind. Just forget I said anything. Forget it.
No, we don't talk about blood cults. That's a good way to get witch-hunted.
The first rule of blood cultists: we don't talk about blood cultists. No, actually, there's a good possibility, unless Kenna and Agnetha go out of the way to hide them. They each have a brooch that is scarlet. It almost looks like it's made of wax or stone or something, but it's very bright red, and it's a crescent moon. And it's got between the crescents, it's got a sword that's crossed by a staff and what looks to be like a wand or a lightning bolt.
Ah.
Yeah, I display that thing pridefully.
Okay, maybe Deneen did know about this then, but she still likes hearing it.
Or she just sees this jewelry. He's like, I don't know where they get it. I've been looking all around town. I can't find that.
They have all this fancy jewelry. They have that like Sylvan thing from the Pixies. They've got this. Deneen has her dagger eyeball pin thing.
Give me half a chance to talk about
There's a lot of jewelry.
it. Talk your ear off about it.
We do need to have like a recap time or something for all these people that are watching and they're like, what the hell is going on?
They just have to watch the other 30 some episodes. So I'm gonna Deneen and I believe Kenna have the highest passive perceptions.
I've got 20.
For sure. Yeah, you guys have like 20.
22.
So what's that look for?
Kath has 10.
It would just be overkill anyway. So when the four of you are out and about doing something, you notice it's rather small, but it's a crow or a raven that seems to be like following you guys around.
Oh, who wants to bet that somebody's familiar?
So it happens when you guys are kind of in public is when you notice, and it seems to be following you guys. Like, it's like hopping from rooftop to rooftop, from stall to stall.
Well, I can think of, I'm saying this real quietly, maybe because we've been practicing Thieves' Cant, Kenna.
Yes.
I can think of a couple of casters that we've pissed off.
Oh, I can think of more than a couple.
I can think of at least 3.
Yep.
One of them hopefully is still dead, but...
Yeah, still dead. Oh, God, yeah. Hopefully Bellini stayed in the grave.
So
no, Bellini escaped.
No, Bellini died.
No, he escaped.
He escaped once and then we killed him.
Olive escaped. Olive died.
No, Olive died, and then when Bellini came to us when we were in that warehouse, we killed him, and then we were like, that's going to be a really bad way to use him as an excuse because he's dead now. I'm pretty sure he's dead.
I think so too.
Okay, but you never really know with them. That's the thing. There's at least one definitely alive, and 2 that, for all we know, could still be alive.
Although Jen almost has me convinced that he's actually still alive now.
Sounds like you're talking about some kind of Italian mob guy, Bellini.
Well, it was Ryler.
So when you notice that the bird's been following you around, you kind of look and you actually see what almost looks like a tattoo or painting or something on its chest, and it's actually the silhouette of a raven, but it's small because it's actually for a raven or crow, it's actually a small bird, which that kind of sparks a memory in you from Rylor. Kath, there's a possibility that you may have been aware of it too, but there's an information broker in Rylor called the Raven, and he uses crows and ravens to.
Oh hell no!
Information.
Okay, this raven gonna die.
Yeah.
Or alternatively, before you get all trigger happy, we could just feed false information to this raven on purpose since we know it's here and it doesn't know we know it's here.
Well, you remember my in-laws are in Ryler.
Yes.
And I took their son away.
Yes.
So yeah, I don't want them having any information.
Okay, but like, what if we just concoct some story right now on the fly about how he stormed off in a huff and is now in like Karship Hathan or something, like really get them looking in the wrong place.
Yeah, fine. Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
So
better than a dead crow.
It does unless are you guys being like kind of deceptive?
We're using Thieves' Cant, so hopefully.
It's not like you notice it following you and tailing you guys, but it's not like it's being stealthy. That's not the impression you get at all.
Okay. Is it close enough to conceivably hear us?
It is probably like 15, 20 feet away.
Okay. Well, then we would have been very circumspect. And Kath and Agnetha would probably at least notice us being unnecessarily conspiratorial.
Or like, oh my God, they believe in ghosts and stuff. Ghosts are real.
I could get my little notebook out and write a small note in the margin while I'm writing something about the object that we're looking at in the market, and then like kind of show it to you guys with my body blocking it so the raven doesn't see it, but making it look totally natural as best as I can. Like we're being watched. Just play along.
As our covering conversation, I can be like complaining about the candy market in town and how difficult it is to do research. And
Agatha is going to like moon the bird.
Of course, always.
Of course.
Oh, good. Well,
all right, fine. Agnetha, who are you?
Study this.
we were trying to be clandestine.
I could be, just casually mooning something.
Kath writes down in the notebook, since she blew her cover, and in parentheses she wrote he cover, close parentheses.
Oh no.
Can I just shoot it?
I look to Deneen and shrug. My fault.
We find the problem's cure for your guys' hope spears. Go ahead and shoot the bird.
You could absolutely shoot it. It actually comes towards you and lands in the center of you guys as you're discussing.
Well, it's already noticed us. Look, bird.
Kath, just kill
What
it.
are you doing here? Do you talk?
It doesn't, but it begins kind of like shaking and shucking, and it starts like coughing.
Look,
And-
he's sick. I'm gonna put it out of its misery.
Wait, no.
It's crazy.
Agatha, you can talk to birds.
It coughs up a small scroll.
Oh, interesting.
I would like to read this.
Yes, you touch the scroll.
I'm absolutely going to touch the bird bile-soaked scroll.
So you open up the scroll, and the very first line says, "Read quickly," and basically, like the top of the scroll kind of begins to like burn away.
Oh snap! Okay.
Good thing she picked it up then.
So, as you're reading, it's a missive from Cyrune Giant's Blood of Ryler, and it is addressed to Deneen.
Oh.
But the gist of it is, as a professional courtesy, I just wanted to let you know some professionals are heading your way. There's a strange gentleman, or at least he dresses like a gentleman, or at least one of the nobles or aristocrats, with the strange markings of some kind of weird butterfly or moth with a skull on the wings. I believe he's the one that hired the twins. And then, like, with that, it just kind of like disintegrates.
So
The
I quickly
twins?
climb down, and I'm going to go to Deneen, and I'm going to be like, "Okay, we've got a problem."
Okay.
Also, I'm really glad that we didn't kill Siren, because apparently he's the one that tipped us off just now.
I'm
but-
telling you, he's like a reliable guy. As reliable as they get, okay?
I didn't like him.
We had a
and
good deal. He
I
kept
don't
his end of the
like
deal.
him.
It was reasonable.
That
I
jerk.
would have done the
Anyway,
same thing
okay.
in his position.
But he is let us know that there's somebody that's coming after you that's well dressed and apparently either the monarch or affiliated with the monarch.
And what's this? He hired the twins? What twin?
Yeah. I don't know.
Would I know, Dave? What this could
Do you have knowledges?
I have no.
So you are a rogue from Ryler. So give me an intelligence check.
Oh boy, just straight intelligence. Let's see how this goes. But thankfully I'm lucky.
You are lucky, and you have a bard.
A 15.
How
about that?
But 15 before or after mod?
After, because my mod is -1.
I know. So there is actually a pair of human twins that go by the knives of Rylor. They're hired killers, and they're very good at what they do.
So we have to deal with assassins now. You know, it was bound to happen eventually. We're kind of getting a little bit high profile.
You think?
It's interesting though that the monarch is coming all the way from Rylor.
It's interesting that he went to Ryler in the first place. That place is a shithole.
Well,
Makes sense.
yeah.
Well, maybe he's hoping to get into Gryphongaffe because there's kind of this boom going on of the
He
town
was here
doing well
before.
and taking off. But you guys kicked him out, right?
He just caused
he-
something to happen here. We didn't know if he was physically here.
Well, he's on his way here now.
Yeah, maybe you guys are in his way. Maybe he's got plans for
Oh, we're
Gryphongaffe.
absolutely in
Oh,
his
we've-
way. Our entire plan from the very beginning has been to take him down.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't technically say he was on his way. It said he was sending the twins.
Oh, okay. So the person who did the hiring is either the monarch or one of his
And
representatives.
Rylor.
Yeah, the one place we haven't been lately.
Well, all right. We had best take this professional courtesy and pay attention to it and keep an eye out for. Do you know anything about the modus operandi of these guys? Like,
They have good knife work. They're killers. I mean,
Ninja.
did it say they're specifically looking for me?
yes.
Maybe just because they're from Ryler and they think they have the best chance of finding me.
That's possible. It's also possible that Cyrune didn't know any better.
Do you think?
So there's a couple.
Or that since I'm the person he has the professional connection with, that's why he wanted to send the warning.
Yeah, so there's a couple things that you guys would kind of just puzzle out.
Right.
One is absolutely he sent it to you because you are both kind of connected via the Ryler underworld. Another fact is Ryler is just an easy place to kind of get lost in and lay low, where no one's going to really ask questions or do anything. Two, if you want to hire really shitty people to do really shitty things, Ryler's also a good place for that as well.
Oh yeah, that fits.
Yeah. So yeah. So and the message actually said he's sending the twins your way. So whether it's for you and your friends, Cyrune didn't really specify. He just made sure you knew trouble was coming.
Which I absolutely appreciate. And this bird gets honey mint candy. However, I'm also a little concerned that this bird even knew where to come find me, or that Cyrune did, which means, of course, the monarch knows what direction to send them in. So if Cyrune had info on that, he would know too.
Well, no, and the other thing is that clearly Cyrune hired the Raven. This is the Raven's specialty, is finding people, finding information, and ferreting said information.
But the point is, if Cyrune has information on the assassins coming after me, he could easily know where they're going, since the monarch knows that we're HQ'd here.
Well, you guys just opened a business. I mean, you've been advertising it.
Well, I wasn't using my name.
Oh God, Vander. Vance.
What about him?
I'm sorry. I had a character in a campaign a long time ago whose name was Vander and was very dorky in the way that Vance is, and that's why that just floated out of my mouth.
Excellent.
That was an accident. Oh God, Vance though.
What about him?
They're gonna think to go to the bathhouse, and that he's there, and no way he's gonna stand up to two assassins. Roll's there too, though.
He'll probably try.
He doesn't even have my real name.
Does anyone?
Well,
does anyone?
Midge
arguably
has it. Arguably, Midge has it,
but not your husband.
Yeah.
Wow. Why would I tell him?
Agnetha was pretty.
I don't know.
Agnetha was pretty open about her
spouses anything.
Guys,
it's only a name, okay? It's a thing you use when you're talking to people. How am I supposed to know? All right.
Agnetha was pretty open about her, like who she was while we were there the entire time we were there. I was invisible most of the time that we were there, so I'm fairly confident that nobody knows that it was like me with you, right? And you were using a different name, but Agnetha is going to be pretty easy to find.
Well, yeah.
Ain't nobody got muscles like me.
That isn't always a good thing, Agnetha. Sometimes you need to learn to be a little bit subtle.
I can't. I'm Agnetha. I'm amazing.
God, I know.
This bird gone?
But sometimes it is dreadfully inconvenient.
But also, Cyrune has his own network.
Right.
And you guys aren't exactly going around incognito in Gryphongaffe. You guys have gotten quite the reputation, especially Kenna and Agnetha. They've been here for a while. They had a tavern named after them in another town.
Sure.
That was Daff.
But at least I'm not walking around town calling myself Nina.
Hey, that's probably where Daff is. She probably found that place and she's like just overdressed.
I don't know. Eventually,
Supposedly.
that is on our docket, but we have pressing concerns in the form of a couple of assassins.
Anyways, sorry. Yeah.
Supposedly my name here is Esty. I don't know this Nina you're talking about, but no, I understand. It's not going to help. My question is this bird gone? Or are we still talking with the bird right here?
No, the bird, after it vomits up the message and you guys pick it up, it takes wing.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. We're just arguing in front of the bird. It's just like everything.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, my job is to completely vanish and start tailing you guys at a respectable distance.
That
So
sounds
that
reasonable.
when people start tailing you, I know they're there.
Do you know anything about what these twins look like?
Well, they're twins.
Are you sure they're actually twins, or are you sure they don't just call them that because they're always together? Because that is a thing that happens occasionally.
What does a 15 tell my elf eyes, Dave?
Only the reputation. If you were in Ryler, you could probably figure out how to hire them.
Right.
But
okay.
They don't. They're like you. They stick to the shadows. And
they're famous in a different kind of way.
Yeah.
Not quite the same as saying, "Hi, I'm the assassin." Yeah.
I need to talk to somebody in the underground then, like here.
Maybe they're like.
I do happen to have a contact.
Good. Let's go talk to this person then.
Can we pay these people more than the monarch is paying them and then set them back on the monarch?
I doubt we have
lots of
that
gold.
much money.
It's not good for their professional reputation.
No, it's not good for their professional reputation. It would have to be a lot of money, and we have a lot of money, but I don't think we have as much money as he does. He's been selling drugs.
Yeah.
Are they like awesome hot twins? Are they like chicks?
Okay, no, we are not going to talk about how these assassins are hot. This is not a thing that we're going to do.
I just think it's great that the paladin wants to be the one to bribe them into murdering their employer.
Right? What kind of paladin are you?
I'm a pragmatic paladin.
I like it.
Yeah. She's definitely not the babysitter. Okay.
All right. I have some info on the Gryphongaffe various paralegal organizations, shall we say, and their various interests in town. But what was your plan there?
My thought is to, just lay it out there that these people are going to be here, and maybe if somebody could get it back to us that they saw them, that would be great.
Yeah, that's true. We can't buy off the twins, but we can be friendly with the local criminal organization.
Exactly.
The local associates, and which was my original point when I was trying to be friendly with them to start with.
I have had a deep desire to talk to these people anyway, and this is the perfect excuse. But,
oh, you have?
Yes,
oh,
very much.
I already have a letter drop with them and everything.
Oh my God, Deneen, you're holding out on me.
I didn't think it would. It was just in case we needed it. That's all. I wasn't going to do any jobs in town.
I will talk to anybody.
Well, I thought you guys set that up together when you guys went out looking for hookers.
We did. She was doing.
I didn't know what they were saying.
She was doing cover conversation for me. So that's true. I think I did tell you some of it, but yeah. So Deneen fills you in. Okay, the local Thieves Guild. They're when nobody's listening to us, please. The Silver Hands are in power right now. They mostly focus on illicit dealings.
All right.
But there's another group called the Golden Hands who are basically vying for control. There may be some council members that are involved.
Oh.
I've deliberately not asked Harak about this because for all I know...
Harak probably wouldn't know. He's an honest person.
I don't know. But regardless, you could be... never mind. Anyway, the point
degrees of honest.
There's pragmatism.
Not everything is black and white.
It's all a question of pragmatism. That's all I'm saying. So the point is, if these guys come to town and they're looking for information, they may have contact with one of these organizations. So we may not be able to buy the twins off. But we certainly perhaps could establish with one of these organizations that it's in their best interests, considering we've saved their goddamn town a number of times, that they not have that information quite so easy to find, or at least slip us some forewarning.
Well, here's going to be my suggestion. We actually do need to go and warn people. Our families need to know that these people are going to be here, because I doubt they're the kinds of people that are going to be above causing trouble with the family. So I'm going to suggest that since you already have an inn, you go talk to the criminals. I will go warn our loved ones that this is a thing that's happening and to be really careful. I will do so invisibly so that there's no chance anybody sees me doing it. And because I know you're really careful not to like openly associate with your own family. Like that.
Yeah, even now, honestly, other than at the spa when it was just us there and him. So, yeah.
Okay,
that's the idea.
Kath and Agnetha, what do you guys want to do about this?
I think one of us should probably go. Well, I don't know. Are you going to be like sneaking around, Deneen?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of my default mode when I'm not with you guys.
Do you think
I'm gonna stay the hell out of the way because everyone knows me and
But nobody knows Calf. This is actually interesting.
Oh yeah,
Monarch does not know Calf.
Right, because I was if you could disguise yourself, then you could kind of walk around with me, and that way you wouldn't have to go by yourself, and Agnetha could go with Kenna was gonna be visible. But anyways, before I forget, do we wanna like let the dock workers be on the lookout as well? Do we think these guys will come in by ship?
They probably will come in by ship, but they're probably going to be disguised or something. There's no way the dock workers are going to know who they are.
One of the tricky things with Gryphongaffe, even though it's not like a huge city, a lot of people come and go, and their claim to fame is basically transporting elven goods, dwarven goods, now dragonborn goods. There's clockwork people running around. So like this place is kind of hopping.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if we're lucky, a dragon turtle ate their boat when they were on their way down here or up here.
Right? Maybe we're not the only ones that get attacked. Maybe the bad guys get it too.
Well,
I'll probably disguise myself.
Kath, you have been hanging out with us for weeks and weeks now.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm a little stealthier without you.
That's fine. Do we need a diversion? I can do a diversion. I'm good at that.
We might at some point.
Okay. I like diversions.
So with these two organizations in town, I got to figure out who I'm going to... Honestly, I could just approach both of them.
I mean, you could. There's really no... As long as you do it in such a fashion that they don't find out about it. But you have...
Oh, wait. I only have contact with one of them, though, right, Dave? I think it's the Silverhands I've got contact with.
It is the Silverhands, yes.
Okay, well, then that's going to have to do.
Right, go with it.
The other thing to think about is we may want to keep up residence somewhere not with Kenna's family and all the halflings because we could be leading danger to them.
You're right. You're absolutely right. I still have my Vardo. I'll move it somewhere else.
We need to we might need to do something else. I'm not sure where.
Rent space in a carriage house somewhere for the Vardo, Kenna.
Right. I mean, it probably wouldn't hurt for us to actually get like a proper place to actually live anyway. I mean, like I like the fact that my house is on wheels, but I'm pretty much here now, so it's my mobile home.
You're the only one with one left too from the halflings because all of theirs have been kind of salvaged. You know, like they probably kept one or two.
It's like a Vardo trailer park now. They're all like, up on blocks.
But pretty much. Pretty much like the halfling compound is done. There's like they have their little halfling great hall and common building, and then there's a couple houses. So they've put down roots. They're not going anywhere. There is now a halfling ghetto inside of Gryphongaffe.
We should build them a longhouse. That'd be awesome. A halfling.
Or would that be like gentrification? I don't know.
You could confuse people that way.
Well,
it's like little halfling town.
Yeah.
All right. So Agnetha, are you interested in going and checking out the real estate market while we're doing this? Because that is something we're going to have to do.
Hey, I'd probably be a really good realtor. Absolutely. I've got this.
So, like, just disguise me find a house. Because that's
you should probably disguise me if I'm going to go roaming about, though, because I'll probably get myself into trouble again.
You could definitely probably spread some money around with the silver hands and probably, get them to watch out for you guys, as well as, on the docks as well.
It's
All right,
it's-
cool.
with the understanding that, as an up and coming business, sooner or later, it would be important to establish good relations with them. And so we'd like to do so preemptively as a show of good faith.
I will pass the party satchel to Deneen for this. It's got, hold on just 1 second. Let me open the cash books. It has 14 platinum pieces, 125 gold, and 140 silver in there. So, like,
Right.
That's what you're working with aside from what
so
you
then
got.
Before she goes there, she's going to go to another fairly pricey local business or three and just say, find the managers and try to figure out what the going rate is so that she doesn't massively overbid.
Okay. So run that by me one more time.
So what she wants to know is from some local owners of businesses that she'll say she's coming in from out of town as someone in a industry unrelated to theirs entirely. So she's definitely not a competitor.
Okay.
And she's inquiring as to what the local fire insurance typically costs, if you catch my meaning. She basically wants to know how much the Silver Hands are charging, and then she will give them more than that, but not ridiculously more.
Okay. So, basically to keep their eyes open and see what's going on, looking for, marks or whatever it is, whatever you give them to look for.
Right.
They're probably going to, for the week, they would charge like 40 silver.
Okay. I think we can handle that. I think we can bump it up to a gold a week.
We can afford it.
I think that's great.
A gold a week? That's expensive.
It's
We
worth
want the gold service package, not the silver service package.
Exactly.
We're fabulous.
Oh.
We deserve it.
Feet.
Say that in such a way that they don't think that you're making light of them, though, because they do have a rivalry
absolutely.
with the gold people.
No, the way she's going to put it to them is that where she comes from, this was the standard rate, and she is assuming that she is hoping that this will do.
Well,
Right.
they basically set up with you, how you can set up with them, I should say, how they'll contact you,
Right.
if they need to pass along information.
Excellent. And should any particularly unusual circumstances arrive in relation to our business, if the authorities have any inquiries, if anyone else has unusual inquiries, we would definitely consider that a special service on your part if we were to hear about that.
So give me an investigate check.
Investigate. Oh no.
But based off of your charisma modifier.
Based off my charisma modifier. Interesting. Okay. That's a 15.
Okay. So throughout the week you're kind of doing this, and
it's 16 actually.
so throughout the week you're kind of making connections, and they're looking out. And I'm sure you guys have worked the docks and Harrock's guards, and all of your various connections in Gryphongaffe. And you do get word that a day ago that two characters that they feel like might fall into the category that you're looking for came into town, but they quickly vanished.
Right. Well, that is good to know. Thank you very much. And they will get a excellent tip for that.
And they also give you descriptions.
Mm-hmm.
And then they say they're pointless. They were good, but in disguise.
Right.
So
and in the conversations she's having, Deneen is presenting herself as a concerned business person, but she's not hiding the fact that she knows what she's talking about in terms of how certain organizations might operate. Like she's trying to, it's okay that they realize that she's criminally savvy. So she just nods along to this idea that the descriptions won't help. She says still, height at least is always handy.
Do you confer with Kenna on this stuff?
Oh yeah, I'll fill everybody in when I get a chance. I'll slink up to them in the dark of night, hidden under stealthy cover of darkness, and then give them reports. So yeah.
So the Silverhands operate in a very specific way. It's actually more like a crime ring of butlers.
Excellent.
And so they really don't do really dirty work. They basically just find marks that they can steal from easily and turn a quick profit on. So what is everyone else doing? What is your day-to-day routines looking like?
Okay. I am at this moment invisible and warning the families, just on record.
Oop. Am I there?
And also,
so that's at the start of the week. Because Deneen's not going home until we figure out this gets resolved.
Okay. So Ken at the beginning of the week goes, sneaks into the halfling compound and lets them know to be on the lookout. Is that what you said? Like to watch out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The halfling compound, Deneen's family, also letting Vance know that this is a thing that's going on, and if two strange guys walk into the bathhouse or a strange guy, just get out. Just don't worry about the business or the books. Just get out. Like
when you first approach Vance, he's like rolling up his sleeves on his robe. He's like, "I'm ready. I'll help." And he starts like twiddling his fingers a little bit, and there's like a little spark of magic.
Ooh.
That is delightful, and you are definitely getting better, but under no circumstances are you to fight these guys. Okay. I don't want to have to res you again. I don't think I'd be able to res you again. Like,
don't even bother lying to them, because people know that we're, by description, that we're associated with this business.
As a matter of fact, if they ask you where I am, just tell them.
Where are you?
Yeah, I'm sure he's got my schedule. Like, generally, I spend a couple of hours a day volunteering at the temple. At least once a week, go and play with the pixies, because that is an appointment that I have set up.
He doesn't have to tell them all that.
Yeah, you don't have to tell them my whole schedule. Just tell them where I'd be at that moment. Where you would go to look for me, that's what you tell them.
When you go away to play with the pixies, Arun goes with you.
Yes.
Like anytime you venture out away by yourself, Arun comes with you, and he loves the pixies and the kids.
And this is the beginning of Arun and Monty becoming the best of friends.
Oh, that's so cute.
So does Arun come back from the pixies with like a million little micro braids?
Yes, and that's part of the reason why he loves them, because they make him so fancy.
I'm so fancy. Okay, so Kath, you and I could be total party buddies, you know what I'm saying? So Agnetha, she's got a couple things going. She's going to be watching the bathhouse as well, taking turns with Kenna and whoever else everyone is involved. But, main watch is what I was thinking. I'd be around town, either becoming some kind of a wild animal, looking through their eyes, trying to see if there's anything weird going on in the surrounding woods and whatnot. And hanging out in the meantime in town. And I would say I should probably be disguised a lot of the time because of my reputation. But yeah, that's what I would be doing.
Since Deneen's going to be stealthing all over the place, she could disguise you.
Okay, Deneen. Yeah, you could help me out with that.
So while this is all going on, you guys are doing your things. You're going through your routines. Kenna, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, good.
As you hear at somewhere else in town, Deneen, you hear the slight sound of leather scraping on stone.
That's not a sound I like, because that means somebody is sneaking along a wall instead of just walking like a normal person.
Like a normal, respectable person. That is true.
Exactly.
So Deneen, give me initiative. You actually.
Oh boy.
Kenna can give me initiative too. Well, actually, I won't be as relevant. But Deneen, definitely give me initiative.
Ooh, 22.
Okay. And Kenna, that was a 12, right?
That was a 12. Why am I always the one that gets poisoned?
Yeah, that's probably.
Don't forget, you could also end up bleeding in an alley like last time.
Also true.
Yeah. Don't forget that.
It's not my fault this time, because this time I abandoned you before they started killing you.
Yeah, it's fine. I did tell Vance, like, this was for Vance. This was so Vance wouldn't get killed. Worth it.
Yep.
So you're heading to the church, and that is when you feel something hit you in your back, and you just hear the of a crossbow fire.
Oh, you know, I usually have my shield strung across my back, right? Okay.
It might have saved your life.
Shield maiden. That's awesome.
So we're in totally different places then.
Yes.
Okay.
So you take 42 points of damage.
Okay.
Dang.
Rogues. Not even once.
And not even, yeah. And you can drop initiative.
Ooh, 20 total.
Ooh.
Okay. All right, Deneen, what is she doing?
So she hears this, and if she wasn't being stealthy before, she just automatically assumes her cover is blown, and now she will melt into the urban landscape as best she can, and try to get high ground if at all possible, which usually means a roof.
Okay. So as you're doing that, as you're taking to the roof, you actually spot another dark figure on the roof across the way from you.
Mm.
And that's what you actually probably heard was maybe a boot scuffing on a shingle.
Ah, okay. Excellent. She will then hopefully find a place to hide up on the roof, drop down if possible.
Okay. So is your action to then break line of sight and then hide?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And
that is the plan. I mean, her action, that doesn't technically have to be her action, but to make sure she knows what else is going on, she will use her action just to check her environment for additional possible enemies. Her bonus action is the hiding.
Yes, and then you're moving. Okay. So you have to break line of sight. Give me a deception check if you're trying to not let on.
Sure. When she travels through the city, she's usually trying to be pretty stealthy anyway. So her abruptly being stealthy wouldn't necessarily come across that way. She's hoping. It's a 19.
Okay. So that means you're able to like inconspicuously kind of like vanish from sight, break line of sight without any problems. Okay, so you've done that, and what was your hide check?
25.
Okay, so you are thoroughly hidden.
Okay. And then I was gonna look around and make sure I don't see anybody else. That was gonna be my action.
Okay, give me your perception check.
17.
All right, and 20 is your passive, so you can't get lower than that. So, all right, so yeah, you don't see anyone else.
Okay.
And back to Kenna. So your perception is 22. And okay, so you're bleeding. It burns. And you don't see anything.
It burns.
I'm
You're
muted.
muted.
I'm muted. Greater invisibility.
Okay.
Yay.
And if I don't see anything, if I don't have any idea where this came from at all, I'm getting in the church.
Okay. So yeah, so you're gonna run the, a couple blocks to the church, and barrel through the door, and nothing else happens.
Okay. At which point I will drop it and like find somebody to help me with this poison problem that I apparently am having.
Don't forget the crossbow problem as well.
Right. There's a bolt somewhere in this. I need help. I'm
just Mr. Kidney.
Oh.
That was definitely that was a well-placed crossbow bolt. Probably like by an inch.
So like right past the edge of her shield, perfectly placed.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, jeez.
I'm so lucky that I'm small.
Indeed.
So what is Deneen doing now?
Deneen is gonna GTFO and go look for one of her friends, preferably the big buff ones that tank. So she's not gonna stay and engage. She's gonna get out of here.
Okay. As you're doing that and you get away, is probably imagining like using the rooftops.
Right. Probably down the other side of the building, and then she'll use her city secrets ability to be quick about it.
Okay.
And because even though she quite possibly could handle this one guy, she doesn't really know that, and it would really suck if she died on a rooftop and nobody even knew about it. So
there doesn't seem to be any pursuit. Who are you seeking out?
I'm looking for Kath or Agnetha. I mean, anybody really, but yeah.
I'm going to say Kath and Agnetha is easy because they might be together carousing.
Excellent. I will.
Wherever you hear loud laughter and jolly.
All right.
They're day drunk somewhere.
In that case, wherever I hear this, I will go in the back of that building in the kitchen.
You hear Agnes just like, whoa!
You actually they actually aren't in one of their normal haunts. They're feeling feisty, so they're at the Busted Donkey. As you go by, some bald, fat, burly guy goes flying out the door. You were actually on your way to the poor man's pub, but then you saw that and you're like, Agnetha.
So she'll go in by the kitchen door and pay somebody in the kitchen like a whole gold.
Okay.
To go tell that tiefling that her friend, the wine dealer, has an interesting opportunity in the alley.
They take the gold coin, roll their eyes, and then go and fetch Kath.
Yeah.
For gold, they probably don't even care what you're going to do.
Pretty much.
Kath is there holding up like 10 fingers for like you scored a 10 on that throw for Agnetha. It's like, I give it a 10. I give it a 10.
Yeah,
Oh,
another
They're totally
drink. I told him not to look at me anymore, and I'm just joking. I don't know.
Whatever version of beer
You
pong.
probably throw that guy out the door like once a week.
I'm like, dude, just come here. Now that when I see him, I just throw him out. He's that guy.
And meanwhile, Deneen's in the alley, like sort of drumming her fingers on the door frame, waiting expectantly.
Maybe you have like a secret tap where you can get our attention when we're blidge.
I'm sure you would notice.
Kath, you're starting to think that guy actually likes being thrown out by Agnetha. I wonder if Gina's frozen.
She does look frozen.
She does
Ever
look
let that man in the
cold
bath?
person.
Okay. So I hear you tapping to me, maybe? I'm like,
Well, no,
Somebody came to get you.
so one of like the bus people from the kitchen comes out. One of the bottle washer comes out in dirty rags and like, your friend, the wine dealer, is in the alley.
Oh,
wine dealers. Oh, of course. Thank you.
We gotta go. And like she grabs a bottle on her way out. Straight out of the bartender's hand. She's just kind of yoink, and she'll toss the money for it behind her.
Are you guys in the Poor Boys pub?
You're in the Busted Donkey.
Busted
Busted Donkey. Okay, I don't care as much.
And then
Yeah.
as she's leaving, Kath goes, 3 cheers for Agnetha, yeah!
Nice and loud. So everybody can hear it inside and outside the bar.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Like before the cheering starts, the bottle washer guy kind of leans into one of the servers, like 3 silvers, the horny one gets knifed.
I'm halfway of a mind to do that actually at this point because that was so loud. But
So yeah,
Deneen is just cringing in the alley because she can hear this like both through the kitchen and around the corner. Oh god.
So Kath comes like barreling out of the door, like half trips on her tail, but catches herself and goes, Deneen!
Oh no.
Get your ass back here and shut up. God.
That's not Deneen. That's the the wine dealer. Okay.
They're
right.
Okay, guys.
Good night, boys. I'll see you tomorrow. Woo! I stammer out as well, but then all of a sudden I quickly like look into the alleyway for Deneen.
You guys need to sober up fast.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Those assassins are here. There was a guy sneaking around a rooftop after me, and I left. I didn't see the other guy. We need to get together and be ready to deal with this.
Where's Kenna?
I don't know. I figured you guys would be easier to find, and you sure as hell are, which means they're going to find you quicker.
Oh, right. Well, we should go find Kenna.
Well, okay, where would she be right now? Let's see.
I don't even know what time it is.
If Vance knows her schedule, Deneen probably knows her schedule as well.
Yeah, it's like 3 in the afternoon.
It's not a secret.
Okay,
Library and cafe.
She was on her way to the church then.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
She'll be at the church or the library.
I'm going to lead you on a shortcut, and you're both going to shut up and be quiet. How about that?
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
just a little ways before you get outside of the church, you find a trail of blood.
Yeah, that's how you know Kenna's been here. Come on.
God.
What does this
Yeah, this is a
mean?
thing.
We've done this before. The
We
whole
have
bleeding your way into a church.
And a church. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Deneen's legitimately worried, but she immediately assumes. You can tell from the spatter pattern how long the stride length is. It's Kenna. Or it's a kid. But this isn't the kind of town where kids get murdered all that often.
Nope.
The
So
blood is
It's
thick, which
Kenna.
means it's pooled more, which means she's short, which means it's Kenna.
So,
all right.
Kenna, you're in the church. Father Frelier comes up to you. Several of the acolytes that you've been befriended are around you, and they swarm you. You know, when they hear you come in and slam the door behind you.
Oh no, I don't slam the door. Actually, I'm going to be as like subtle as possible about getting through that door, like trying to make it so it doesn't look like it's opened, and then I'm gonna go find somebody. And I'm gonna try to be treated in a room that doesn't have any windows. The gears are turning.
For your,
All right, well, there's 3 acolytes in the main chamber, which the room is. It's almost like a great hall, but it's octagonal in shape with a different altar on each wall. So there's 3 different acolytes attending the different altars, and Father Frelier is like sitting, in one of the pews with an elderly woman. They seem to be praying.
Cool. I will tug at the sleeve of one of the acolytes before I uninvisible myself and be like, I need a hand.
And he's a little startled and jumps, because you're invisible.
I uninvisible myself. Making sure that I am standing somewhere that is not visible from any windows.
Lady Kenna, what has happened?
I got shot. I think I'm poisoned. I need help.
Let me take a look at it. Come right this way, and he leads you to one of the inner chamber rooms.
Yes, good.
And so he goes to one of the cabinets and starts pulling out a bunch of bandages and salves, and gets a basin to fill it with water, and starts cleaning the wound and treating it, cutting away a little bit to get the quarrel out.
Cool. Okay, so there's an assassin. I'm not actually sure where he went, but that's what happened. Try to keep this quiet. Let Father Frelier know. Gonna need to let my friends know at some point too. I'm like going through it quietly under my breath as we're doing this, and occasionally like wincing and possibly like making uncomfortable sounds. Because I am not the kind of badass that can sit stone-faced through this sort of thing.
Right. Well, he works on you for like 15, 20 minutes, and he gets you all patched up. And you can take back 11 hit points as he works on you.
Sweet.
Stitches you back together.
Okay. So.
What happened? Who poisoned you? You said assassins, killers here in town?
Yes, there are assassins. There are at least 2 of them. Please don't panic, and please don't start a panic. You know how people get when this gets around. But make sure that everybody within the temple is being careful, because I don't know. It's not exactly a secret that I come here.
Are you sure it's not those blood cultists?
No, it's not the blood cultists. I'm very sure it's not the blood cultists.
Oh,
that would cause even more of a panic. So let's
thank
not.
the gods of light. We've had enough of them. So what do you need me to do?
For now, keep it quiet. For now, if my friends show up, lead them here, and if they don't, then we'll find a way to get to them at some point. I'm gonna sit here for a minute and regroup myself. Let Father Frelier know what's happening. Please, just quietly, so that no one overhears you, that there are assassins, and to like set things up so that people are being cautious here, because I don't want anybody else to get hurt.
Can I bring you any food or anything while we wait?
Not right now, but thank you very much for the offer.
Okay, so before too long, your friends actually do show up at the church. They had probably sent a runner already, but the runner probably actually went by you guys because they took the main thoroughfares.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So
okay, so we're in the. Oh, where are we at? Are we headed towards Eden?
We saw the blood on the street, and knowing that she would have been headed to the church anyway, and assuming that's where she went to hide out, how about if we just go there and ask about shut up halfling?
Yes, let's figure out.
Because she's in the regular room.
Okay. The regular room.
Her regular room, I should say.
So, and I am here often enough to have a regular room, though.
If 1 or 2 guys come in here asking that same question, don't answer it. Thank you. And we'll go to the regular room.
Agatha's going to be like, what's the regular room?
Kenna's regular room. She's spent a lot of time here.
What is it?
So you're led to a room that's kind of like everything is white, very bright, very much so bright. And, there's a wash basin in there. There's a bunch of and there's also a second wash basin that has no water in it. That's kind of like got a bunch of like bloody rags piled up in it. Kenna is there's a cot there that Kenna is able to relax on. It's the room's small. It's only like 10 by 10.
Mm-hmm.
When you guys get in here, I am probably in the process of casting Cure Wounds on myself, like just to top myself off. I didn't want to do it in front of the acolyte because he was doing his best.
Kenna, what happened? What happened to you? Why are you bleeding?
I got shot by a poisoned crossbow bolt, and the assassin happened. Is what went on.
Are you still poisoned?
I don't know.
Kath, when Deneen told her to sober up in the alleyway, Kath used a lay on hands to get rid of the alcohol in her system so she could actually sober up.
Oh wow!
Because that kind of counts for like cure poison, right? Maybe
It's legit.
Totally give you that.
And then so she'll use another lay on hands just to make sure that there's no poison left in Kenna.
Thank you. Okay.
Agatha's a drunken master, so she just continues to carry on.
So.
Well, Kath did take that bottle with her, so.
You know, I got shot and then I immediately went invisible and I couldn't figure out where they came from, so I just jetted off.
Yeah, they're pretty good. I got lucky and spotted one on a roof. And bolted and met up with the gals, and then we followed your blood trail here.
I was invisible when I came in here, and I was careful coming in here in the first place. I think this might be a good opportunity to play dead, as it were.
Well, they're going to probably know you're in here.
Right.
So do we really want to set a trap in a church? Because people are going to get hurt.
No, we don't want to set a trap in a church, but we're both pretty good with that makeup stuff, and I could very easily create a ghastly pallor and breathe quite shallowly.
And we carry you out of the church?
Yeah, you carry my body back to, well, I guess it would make sense to go back to the halfling compound, but I don't want to set a trap there either.
I don't think we're going to get that far. I think they're going to try and spring something on us.
In that case...
I should break off from the other two pretty much as soon as they get outside with you, and I will try to hide and follow.
Well, I'm good at being bait, so...
Are you still hurt?
Only very slightly.
Okay.
So, Kath and I are going to carry you out of the church then?
Yes.
Okay.
But let me disguise myself as a dead person first.
Of course.
Of course. If I hide and leave you guys, I can't bless you. Maybe I should just go with you and then break away when everything hits the fan.
Well, according to the town, everything is normal, right? So we're kind of just carrying a body. Where are we going to carry you?
Yeah, but they know I broke away from them, so they're going to know that we're expecting it. We know that she got shot, so...
Yeah.
Head for the gates like you're going to bury me. Or does this place have a cemetery, actually?
To the church.
That's a good place to go.
It's right here. So we would
maybe it is a good place.
Let's go out to the cemetery and start arguing.
Okay.
There's plenty of places to hide in a cemetery. There's mausoleums. There's...
I will stay right inside the door and listen. And if shit starts hitting the fan, then I'll just come out and help. Do you guys want to set up a trigger word for that, or are we just going to leave it to this is combat sounds?
Honey candy. That'll be the word.
I think if we're out there and I abruptly vanish, or if arrows start hitting us, I think you'll know what's going on.
If Agatha shouts obscenities, I'll know what's going on. All right,
there
I'll watch
we go.
Okay.
So you're going to be in the apps here, and we'll head out in the cemetery.
Yeah, I'll just watch you through the keyhole, and when I come out, I'm probably going to be invisible, but I'll be there, I promise.
All right. And since it's the side, if they come to the front of the church, they're probably going to see or hear us. So that's good. I'm hoping. All right, let's go make a scene. You said you were going to be a distraction, Kath. How about it?
Sure. I'm up for that.
Okay.
I'm going to ready an action to bless me, Agnetha, and Kath. Since we're the only people in immediate range.
And what is that again? What D is that? What dice was that?
I haven't done it yet, but it'll be a D4.
A D4? Okay.
I'm going to apologize in advance to Father Frelier for potential collateral damage.
That's okay. They can afford it. They're a church.
No, it's like we'll cover it if there's collateral damage, but this is
No.
necessary.
They're like, sorry, this is the hands of the people. We're protecting the people, really. So,
All right, so I'll go outside.
this is gonna make me poor.
No, I will cover it if there's collateral damage. Better.
You know.
All right, so let's go outside. And Deneen is going to start ranting. Why weren't you even with her? You're out there drinking. Are you kidding me?
And I am just sobbing huge fat tears, and I use thaumaturgy to make my howling cries carry even further. Like, I'm sorry. I thought Arun was with her. She makes
What is he going to do about anything?
I don't know.
So, Deneen and Agnetha can give me con saves.
Oh boy!
As you guys hear.
Oh no! I'm feeling very lucky.
19.
Oh, yeah, that's not good. I got a 4.
Did you hear me?
I'm sorry. What was that number?
4.
Oh.
And I got a 19.
All right.
Am I going to be missing an entire fight again, Dave?
Well, you know, it's not completely out of the question. Let's just say. Actually, you look kind of lucky on this one. There's a lot of ones here.
Good.
Very lucky.
Good. Thank you. Oh, great and merciful Oz.
Yeah, not me. It's luck of the dice. 34 points of damage.
Oh, glob. That's what I call Dave. He's glob.
Blob.
Great. Janine. Well, I guess it worked. I'm going to bless them then. Since that was my ready to action. Jesus. And myself, because I apparently need it.
And Agnetha is going to take 26.
Okay.
Let's see. All right, you guys can all make perception checks.
23.
That was a nat 1, so
Get the reroll.
Dice go again.
That keyhole's really small.
That keyhole is indeed really rats. That wasn't much better.
Did you get a halfling nat 1, also known as a 2?
Oh no. 15.
17.
And it can't go lower than your actual passive, so.
So that's 22.
Okay, so 22 and 20 are the top numbers. Okay.
And 23.
Oh, 23 and 22. Okay. So you think the shots came from one of the mausoleums out in the graveyard is the general direction by the angle, but you can't actually make out any of them.
All right.
Your assailants.
Great.
Don't worry, you guys. I have my glaive, my magic glaive on me. No matter what, we could always just do a vine, like a thorn wall, and burn them, no matter who it is.
And more importantly, you have your drunk on. So
No matter what.
That is the most important part, I think.
And my drunken master part, which probably isn't a real thing. I just imagine that I have a drunken master inside of me. Not real. I just imagine it. So
Bruce, it's Bruce.
Yes.
It's Bruce from your backstory.
It's Bruce. He speaks to my soul when I'm drunk.
So, guys, drop initiative.
Okay.
So does Kath have any idea of where they came from? Was 17 high enough?
Just the general direction. Out in the graveyard from either one of the taller grave markers or a mausoleum.
Okay, so not enough that I would know where to drop darkness then. Okay.
I got a 5. That's funny.
Jean got a 7. Jean, look at what I wrote in the window.
Yeah.
So, you guys can just go in order. What are you guys doing?
Well, now that they're all blessed, I'm gonna try to get out of. I don't want to get shot again. I want to go hide. Hiding is excellent. Let's hide.
All right. So you hide.
And I have literally nobody to shoot at, so I will ready in action to shoot someone when they become obvious. I guess.
Can we like bury you or dig you a shallow grave and put you inside of that for now?
That's really funny, but I'm inside right now. I'll be coming out soon.
Oh, okay. So are we not in the graveyard? Where is
You are.
You guys
Yeah,
are in
you
the
are.
graveyard. I stayed inside, but when I come out, I'll be invisible, so you won't see me anyway.
She's at
So
the
you
side
just-
door.
Did you disguise yourself as something else?
I was going to disguise myself as a dead body, and then we decided it would be a better idea just to go out into the graveyard and cause a scene and hope they're here.
Got it.
So,
Okay.
Kenna is actually up now.
Okay, in which case, greater invisibility and coming out the door.
All
That
right.
was hopefully left ajar for me because that seems like something we would have set up. Only slightly ajar because I'm a small person. I don't need a big hole to fit through.
All right. Well, give me a stealth check at advantage.
Woo.
Remember your training.
Oh, I was like, the first roll was a 16 and I was like, that was pretty good. But then the second one was an 18 and I'm like, that is even better. Stealth. 21.
That's my girl.
All right. So you come out. You don't make a single sound.
Actually, Jack of Trades, 23.
Nice.
Even
Okay, I can no longer take any credit now.
and with that, once again, you hear the whisper of crossbow bolts through the night air. Let's see. Cat, does a 23 hit you? I think it does.
Yes.
Give me a con save. And Agnetha does a 14 hit you?
No.
So your preternatural barbarian reflexes kick in.
Nice.
I see a face. What's up, Gene? What'd you get?
I got a 5.
5. It was so close. But not quite. All right. So, crossbow bolt catches you in the thigh.
So when these shooters pop out, does that trigger my ready action
What is your ready action?
to shoot people that
That
come
pop
around
out?
corners to shoot? Yeah.
Yes. So let's say yes.
All right. That's just an 18 to hit.
45 points of damage.
Ugh.
Oh, and the 18. The 18 just barely misses. Oh, wait a minute. 18, you said?
Yeah.
No, that actually hits. It actually just skids off of the roof they're using for cover. He's using for cover and catches him in the shoulder.
Good.
So, as a reaction to being shot, I would like to cast Hellish Rebuke.
What is your distance on that?
I think it's 30 feet.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
Let me double check though. I don't want to make sure I'm not all cheatsy here.
I didn't realize
60
that was a tiefling thing. I thought that was a warlock thing. Things that
it's a tiefling thing.
That's fantastic.
Let's see.
How much damage did you do, Jen?
31.
31. Okay. You definitely hear a grunt with that.
That's satisfying.
So they have to make a dex saving throw. I did 21 damage. If they make it, then they only take half.
All right, so 21. So definitely going to take half. So one of them catches a crossbow bolt in the shoulder. The other one kind of gets singed by your hellish rebuke. Is that fire damage?
Yes, they're surrounded by hellish flames.
Ooh, that makes them easy to spot.
I would hope so.
And that's a dexterity saving throw?
Yes, sir.
All right, so your fire lances out at him and strikes where he was.
Okay, he still takes half damage though.
He should, but he is actually preternaturally missed.
Oh,
You gotta love evasion.
Yeah. And with that, they kind of like, bolt across the roof of the mausoleum and vanish over the side. Breaking line of sight. So what are you guys doing?
Am I just in the back part where the graveyard is still?
Yeah, you guys are all kind of in the same area. There's markers and headstones. There's a couple mausoleums. There's some like monuments.
How far away are they?
They're right on the edge of your power.
But how many feet though?
30.
30. All right. Then I am going to Misty Step my way over there as a bonus action.
All right.
And I'm going to attack the one that shot me.
Okay, so are you misty stepping up to the rooftop where they were, or like alongside the mausoleum where they were?
I'm hopefully misty stepping to where they are.
Well, you're not exactly sure where they are, because all right. So here, I'll explain the scene better. So you guys are kind of like doing your thing in the graveyard. Crossbow bolts come flying from, out in the deeper into the graveyard. They hit you from an angle, so they were up. And when you guys spot them, they were actually like laying on one of the roof of one of the mausoleums. Mm-hmm. And the one that hit you, your spell goes off, the fire arches towards him, and he actually, jumps up and slides back and off the other side. And after the other one takes a crossbow bolt, he does the same thing as well.
Then I will run as far as I can around and then misty step to the other side of the building to see if I can catch them there.
Okay. And
I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to just start running towards them.
You see one of them.
I see one.
Who?
Is he? Can I make it to him?
30 feet. Yeah, you can actually you would be able to misty step to him.
Okay. Then I'm gonna attack him with my maul.
Nice.
Does a 19 hit?
A 19 does hit.
All right. Then he takes 9 points of bludgeoning damage and 6 radiant.
Okay.
For a total of 15, and then I'm gonna hit him again. Ooh, that hits for an additional 15, so 30 points total damage.
Okay, so he lets out a couple grunts as you lay into him.
And that's all I can do for my turn.
All right, and then that brings us to Agnetha, I believe.
So Agnetha, after she dodges the arrow, she's going to run after them after they kind of jump over the building. She's going to run and sort of jump up on the building and like go over the roof with them and try to like stalk them or like try to find them.
Okay, give me a athletics check when you get to the mausoleum.
Ooh, 24.
But, okay, doesn't take any extra movement. You're just able to kind of like vault up there with ease. And what is your passive perception again?
15.
A 15?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you see the one that Kath is fighting.
Okay. I'm going to run after him with all my might and rage attack.
Okay. So you can run, you can jump off the roof at him if you want.
Yeah, I'm going to see him and like just start running towards him and like, jump off the roof and, do my thing as I usually do. And I'm going to attack him. And I'm going to use my my Great Weapon Master feat. Ooh. So 19, so half a 19. And then I'm going to and then 13 to attack.
13 to attack
Plus
with
10,
miss.
plus 10 to that.
Oh, 13 on the die?
Plus 10.
Okay, yeah, that absolutely hits.
And then, okay, so, and then on my second attack, I rolled 20.
And that 20?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, give me the damage.
And then, a 10. So 20 points of damage.
Nice.
Okay. So he grunts with pain.
That was my second attack. So pretty good. On the second damage, the damage was 20.
Okay. Oh, how much damage was the first attack then?
That was
19, 13. You threw some numbers out there.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, it was half of 19. That's what it was. So it was 9 points of damage. And then my second attack, I already did my second attack, and then my damage, which was a 20, and then my damage was 20 as well. Sorry, I did that kind of fast.
So first of all, he fails one of his saving throws. So when you hit him, the vines like wrap around him. And you can roll an extra 2d6 damage. One is for being wrapped up in the vines, and the other is for you jumping off the roof and landing on him.
Okay, so 2d6 for that?
Yeah.
So 7 in total?
Okay, so you end up doing a total of 36.
Awesome.
So he's taken 66 so far, and he is looking very bad.
Okay. And then I'm going to, well, I guess I don't really need to move. I'm just going to slide into that, and that will be the end of my turn.
Okay.
Cool.
And that brings us back to the top of the order.
All right. Well, they're all fighting behind this mausoleum, which means I can't see them at this point. I'm assuming I can't see the missing one.
No.
All right. All right. I guess I'll try to go around the edge here.
Okay.
To get a better angle. And then, I mean,
moving full speed or half speed?
Well, I can't get close. If they're 30 feet, if they were 30 feet away when Kath did her thing, I can't get there if I go half speed. So I'm going to have to go full speed.
Okay.
And then try to find another spot to hide myself. Or no, I'm going to attack first the guy that they're engaged with.
Okay.
Because I can see him at least.
And you can definitely take a shot. So at this point, you actually do see the other guy. He's just about made it around a corner when you as you get into the line of sight on them fighting, but you see like his cloak as he goes around the corner.
Okay.
Of one of the bigger
so,
monuments. All
right, I'll keep track of where he is, and I will point out, keep one of them alive, and then shoot the one that they're engaged with still, not him, because I don't want him to actually realize he's been noticed. And then, and that's 24 to hit.
Oh yeah, that would absolutely hit.
For 31.
Oh yeah, that you can describe what happens if you want.
Yeah, he gets just skewered even as all these attacks are going off. And meanwhile, she calls out, "Don't forget, we need the other one alive." And then she'll bonus action hide.
Okay.
She wanted to do that after attacking.
You're the only one who knows where he is, though.
Correct. Sorry.
Ken is up. And muted.
I was muted. Okay. So, I am not sure if this is going to work or if it's something you would allow or not, but what I want to do, I want to start tapping my shield, but I want to use prestidigitation to make it sound ghostly. And would you allow me to make that as an intimidation check? To do my inspiration. I want to give it to Kath because she's next in the initiative order, but I want to make it sound creepy and ghostly and possibly intimidating.
Make an intimidate check.
Cool.
Ooh.
22. I rolled really well.
All right. Okay, so who did you give inspiration to?
Kath.
Okay. All right, so
don't forget we're all blessed too. I almost forgot.
Oh yes, you guys are all blessed.
Oh,
not Kenna, but the three of us.
Would that have changed my con save?
Maybe.
Sorry.
No, it wouldn't.
I mean, what was the threshold? Was it below 10?
Oh wait, no, it wouldn't have. No.
Okay, no help there.
Oh well.
Mm-hmm.
So can I see the second guy?
All right, so you will have to move, and then we'll find out if you can see or not. No.
Sorry. I figured hollering out his position would just mean he would move.
Then I will move, but I will hold my action. I'll try and position myself to where I might catch a glimpse, more generally. And if I see him, I'm going to cast Hold Person.
Okay. All right, Agnetha, you're up. You see Kath kind of run past your position, and she's looking around.
What are you seeing? What's going on?
So you guys see the one assailant, but the other one you cannot see.
There's another one out here somewhere.
So with my awesome half elf eyes, can I see anything? Just joking.
You actually don't.
Okay, so this guy, are we gonna just keep him alive or what?
The one is dead.
Oh, he's dead. Did I kill him?
No, Janine did.
No.
Somebody did. Sorry.
Sorry, excuse me.
Somebody else with a bow.
Okay, so the guy's dead that we were attacking. I can sort of, I'm gonna be like, okay, I can run forward and see if we can find this guy. Does anyone want to come with me, or should we stay together? What's the plan?
If you want, you can kind of like run out and take an action to try and spot him, but you'll actually have to actively, look for him.
Okay. I can parkour up onto the roof and use my eyes to sort of look out and see anything. I don't know. If
Okay, give me a perception check.
Okay. $16.
So slightly better than your passive, but no, you do not see any sign of him. It's definitely quiet.
Okay. Okay. Well, we can either try to chase after this guy or stick together. I mean, where is everybody at? Should we all sort of gather around and talk about what we should do next?
So Kath is down on the ground in front of you, past where you guys were battling the one guy. Deneen is nowhere to be seen as usual, and actually Kenna is nowhere to be seen as well.
We probably already left.
I'm going to run back through the church, see if I can see anything, and then run to the backyard where the cemetery is and like call out to you guys.
Well, are we still in initiative?
For the moment.
Yeah, because at least Deneen had eyes on this guy. So how much movement do you have there for that?
60 feet.
Okay.
So Deneen.
Yeah.
So you go around the building, the spot, and give me your passive is 20.
Mm-hmm.
So using your passive, you do not see him.
Oh, but at least I know what direction he went in.
Right. You can take an action to actively seek him out.
Well, yeah, I'm going to take an action to actively seek him out.
All right. Drop a perception check.
25.
Oh yeah, you spot him.
All right, I am gonna knife him.
He is 60 feet away, and he's basically on the church wall, on the cemetery wall at this point.
Use the spiffy dagger.
I am gonna try and chuck a knife at him anyway.
Okay, go for it.
All
That's
right.
Your bonus action.
25. Oh no, it's disadvantage. Oh, 20?
20 still hits.
Oh, excellent. Okay, he is daggered. But that's literally all I can do with my turn, except race after him, which I will absolutely do. And they can all see what direction I go.
All right, so your dagger is actually in him.
Good.
And so what's the damage?
It's 8.
8, okay. You would get your sneak.
Oh, well then that's another 15.
All right, so yeah, in theory, it would have been a regular, not a disadvantage, but because you were hidden.
That's true.
So it would offset, but no. But either way, so all right. So he took 15. You injured him before.
Well, it's 8 and 15. The 15 was the sneak.
Okay, so 46, 54. All right, so Kenny, you're definitely going to hear some noise from the commotion.
I am absolutely going in that direction, and I am going to continue my ghostly tapping, and this time Deneen gets the inspiration.
Ooh. I feel so inspired by something I can't quite see.
And you actually see him. You can spot him.
Okay. Well, I mean, like, to make the tapping ghostly, I had to use prestidigitation, so I can't really do anything right this second, but yeah, definitely going that way, like, gonna try to catch up with them with my short legs. So,
okay.
failing, but trying.
Okay, so, but basically what the two of you kind of make out is this, like, shadowy outline that's kind of, like, perched on top of the wall to the cemetery. You can spot him, but it's like looking at, like, there's this darker spot in the darkness. And okay, Kath, you're up.
So they're kind of around the corner from where I am.
Yes, they kind of like just blasted by you. Well, there is this tapping and ghostly sound coming from somewheres. Like
So I will follow that direction for my full movement. Can I see him?
You know what? He's definitely going to have to. You can try and spot him.
All right. I'm gonna make a perception check. Is that my action to make the perception check?
Yeah, if you're not using your passive, I'm going to say you have to actively seek him out.
So
Attempting
here's a
real life
question.
dice rolling inspiration.
Do I have to be able to see him to cast dispel magic in that direction?
You do not.
Ah.
You can kind of like do a blanket area, but you haven't seen any magic yet.
So but the thing is I can't see him. But maybe he's just, but we know that he's rogue, so maybe we just know that he's sneaky. Sure, I can't do anything else, so I'll go ahead and do a perception check to see if I can see him.
So do you have another Misty Step?
I do.
Because I ask, if you do happen to see him with your action, you could Misty Step next to him.
I
see him.
What's the inspiration die?
1d10.
1, 10.
Both Deneen and Kenna have find him easy to see now that you figured out where he's at.
Does 17 work?
It does.
Yay! All right. So I see him, and yeah, I'm gonna Misty Step on down there.
Okay. So
Mark that off.
You, Agnetha, you are up. You can actually see him. He is 60 feet away from you. And you're muted. He's jumping off the wall and trying to flee. So you can take an attack of opportunity, Kat.
Yeah, I get that predator instinct in me, and I charge rage on him as he tries to get away. Okay.
I get a 25 to hit.
You do.
So I nail his sneaky butt for 16 points of damage.
How much? 15?
16.
16.
Oh, you just hit him for 16 points of damage?
Yeah, he moved away and I got an opportunity attack on him.
Perfect. Awesome. So Agnetha's happy about this. She's watching. So she's hit him now. So now how is he?
He's still up, but he looks bad.
Okay. I'll just attack him then and try to knock him down.
Oh my god, Agnetha's doing some dual damage.
Oh my god, I rolled horribly though.
He stole my heart. Well, I mean, like, she doesn't know the meaning of the word restraint. That kind of makes sense.
Well, clearly, because she's so used to doing lethal damage, that's the problem. See?
Just need to recalibrate.
Right.
Okay. So I'm attacking this guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
I rolled really bad. I only got a 12 for an attack. Does that do okay?
12 misses. You do get a D4.
Oh, plus my D4? Okay. Let's see if I can get
Oh yeah, we're blessed too. I keep forgetting that.
Thanks, boss.
Plus, we have inspiration too.
I haven't gotten to give it to you yet.
You do not have.
Sorry.
Okay, well, I'm just going to attack with 13 damage.
A 13 is going to miss.
Damn it. Okay. So she just like charges him and tries to hit him, and then he's like, what, sneaks up over the wall injured, or what? What's he gonna do?
So what was your second attack?
Oh yeah, of course I can use that.
You can always reckless attack too. You're a barbarian.
I did. I rolled like a 1, a 3, and a 5. Okay,
Oh.
it was bad. Okay, second attack. 23. 23 is a lot better.
That's 23 hits.
She is a drunken master. It's the
Yes!
only explanation.
Okay.
Boom
So
goes the barbarian.
So you're able to flip your blade around and crack him with the haft across the back of his head.
okay.
Ugh, and he falls face first into the grass.
Okay, good. I knocked him down, sucker. Haha.
You absolutely did.
Okay. And then damage, or am I right?
He's unconscious.
He's unconscious now. Okay.
And we do need him alive.
He
so-
only had a handful of hit points left, so
Oh,
Can
great. Perfect.
Are we
Okay.
out of initiative order now?
yes.
Can I
Okay.
press prestidigitation some mist for myself to step out of when I dispel my invisibility?
Yeah, you absolutely can.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
All right. Deneen sees that, smirks, and then teleports to her dagger and casts Spare the Dying on the guy, just in case.
Oh, you
She
can
doesn't-
teleport to your
She
dagger.
doesn't. She goes whoosh and just appears next to the dagger. And she doesn't know what this guy's situation is, so she's going to cast Spare the Dying, even though out of character, I know she doesn't have to.
Who needs healing?
I dump 15 points into myself and 15 points into Deneen.
We're probably going to get a break here.
Okay, I'm just.
Well, you never
If
know.
we're gonna get a break, then I can afford to use the spell slots.
I think we're all
Do you want to talk to the dead guy?
That's actually a fairly low level spell. I could still heal you.
Okay. I'm half dead here, so
Okay, then I will cast Cure Wounds on you at level 5, so that's 5d8 plus 4.
ooh.
nice.
Should I roll that?
Yeah.
5d8 plus 4?
Yes, and Kath, if you
That's
need-
awesome.
do you need any extra healing, or are you okay?
Sure, I'll take some.
Okay. Do you want the full works, or would you be good with a lower level heal? Like how bad are you off at the moment?
I'm down 45, which is a little less than
okay,
half.
yes, absolutely. Take the level 5 healing spell also.
So that's the
That's
48.
a lot of damage.
As soon as she's healed up, Deneen's going to go back and check on the dead guy. She's not feeling trusting right now.
Let's see what he's got in his pocket.
Agatha's standing right next to him too. She's got her foot on his back.
Well, that's the unconscious guy. I'm
Yes.
talking about the other guy.
Let's see
Oh.
what he's got in his pockets too.
Oh, yes.
The other guy. Aren't there two guys and the other guy's dead? Am I
Yeah,
missing?
that's the
Yeah.
other guy that I'm
We're gonna
Oh.
loot them both.
Oh yeah, because he might be something weird, like undead or something.
And they definitely have poisons on them that we want.
Yes.
Ooh.
Loots. Hey.
So we're going to end right there with Deneen standing over the dead guy and Agnetha standing
Wait, air
over the
quotes?
unconscious guy.
Were those air quotes?
They were air quotes.
Oh, that's cliffhanger air quotes.
Oh,
Yeah, and we will pick up from there. Not next week, guys, but the week after that. We're taking Halloween off. It's a holy day for some of us, and and for others, we just have children. So we're going to be doing the Halloween thing. So we will not be here next week, but we'll be here the following week, and we'll proceed as usual. So with that, I want to thank everyone for watching, and thank you guys for allowing me to run for you guys this evening. And until next time, guys, stay nerdy.
Stay nerdy.
Stay nerdy.